Area schools also held a moment of silence Thursday morning, but class discussion on that day has changed over the years.
Current high school students were between the ages of 5 and 1 when the Twin Towers were hit, shrinking the personal connection so many of us have with that date in history. This week, CTN's Joe Nelson heard from teachers and students about how the subject is covered while students' memories are fleeting.
I was teaching U.S. history.
I was in this classroom and I turned on the TV and I saw the first building at the World Trade Center get hit and then go down.
On September 11, 2001, teachers at Blaine and Anoka High Schools had no lesson plan to guide them through the day, challenged with questions when answers were unknown.
We try to keep it as normal as possible.
Kids are starting to grapple with, somebody did this, and then who was that and why?
Here at Fire Station 1, a piece of the World Trade Center is on display to honor the victims and heroes of that day. But a growing population has few, if any, memories of what happened 13 years ago. While adults, including political leaders and first responders, were attempting to find out what was happening and why, Samantha Meek and Grant Hawkins of Anoka had an even smaller understanding as 4-year-old preschoolers.
I remember coming down and seeing on the television the image of this jet hitting this tower, and I remember they played it back, so it then showed it again, and I asked my dad if it was happening multiple times, and he said no, that they were just replaying the footage.
We kind of noticed something was happening, and then I went home and I was like, what happened today? And my parents came and they told me that a plane had ran into the Twin Towers and they had collapsed. 4-year-olds, you don't think people do bad things. Everybody's good.
These Blaine freshmen represent the near future with zero recollection of the attacks.
It's scary, to see they went through that and that happened.
Anoka High Schoolers with answers to most of their questions now know the significance of what they barely recall.
It is a historical event that I don't remember happening, but it's kind of strange because it happened within my lifetime. So I feel some sort of connection, even if it's non-existent.
It was a terrible tragedy, and it has changed the way Americans and people all over look at the way the world works.
In Anoka County, Joe Nelson, CTN News.
Teachers say the way the subject is taught has changed. There's less discussion about personal experiences of that day and more emphasis on September 11th's historical significance.